think paternity fraud should be illegal. I think that you should be. I think that somebody give you another person child, you should be locked up. I generally feel you should get locked up for giving
Lord,
me
that's
someone
so
else's child.
harsh. Go to jail. No,
Yes,
I agree. I'm sorry. I agree with it.
yeah. I think it should be. I think I do hear that Congress are trying to put something in effect to protect
Mm,
fathers somewhat. That I think
that's good.
that DNA testing should be done upon birth, so there
Definitely.
will be no ifs, ands, and buts about what's going on here. I think that uh, before a man, the law should before a man can put his name on that birth certificate, he should be able to. He should have a DNA test to prove that he is the legitimate father. If not, and he just want to take the kid himself, there's procedures that he can go through to get his name on the birth certificate. But don't nobody know what's going on. There's no one sure about who the paternity of that person is, but the mother. The
True.
father does not know because I can rip four or
Sometimes
five off, and the father
in
don't know.
most
There's
Yeah,
no,
because we birthed
in
them up and
most
say like you the dad,
yeah.
and
The
that's a
father
shame
never
because there's
knows.
women
yeah
that can be like pregnant, and be like, oh, you're the dad, and the.
Just,
But
just
I agree.
because just
I
because
agree.
you just because you did what you did doesn't mean another person ain't did what
yeah
you did before you. So you never know. You not you
yeah
your
yeah
anatomy is not set up for you to know that
yeah
someone is pregnant.
yeah the father never knows. The mother is the one that knows, or should know, we should say should know, but
Yeah, because some of
sometimes
them don't know,
sometimes they don't know.
and that's a shame that
Yeah.
you don't know. But I think so too because it's too many kids that get hurt by their mom lying, and later on they find out that that was not their dad this whole time.
Sucks, man.
God forbid that, like when we was talking about getting sick and they need blood or an organ,
Yeah.
and they find
but
out
but but
you're
but
in the
I think
hospital.
I
They
think
found out
I
you're
think
not a match.
I
You know how
think that
devastating that is.
I think that's probably one of the most
Mandatory
hurtful.
testing.
Yeah, it should be a mandatory testing, but for a man to find out that the child that he's been raising is not his, that's like,
Boy.
I mean, I want to compare it to death, but I don't. It's like,
It I
For
saw a
some
you
dude.
men,
know,
I saw a dude
it is
talking
death.
about it, and that's what he said. He said it feels like death. He said that
yeah,
you're losing that person. He's like,
Because
yeah,
yo,
that's you fit,
no,
like you thinking like that is your baby, that is your child, that's my
yeah,
daughter's
that's
son.
my blood.
Exactly. And
yo.
all these years it was
I was watching some of these videos on YouTube, and a girl put up there, it was like, yo, having a kid is a blessing. So if you got one, you should just take it. What you need a DNA test for? And I was like, is this broad serious, yo?
It sounds like an
she
idiot to
probably
me.
was dead serious too. She
And
probably
the
was
I
funny
dead
mean,
thing
serious.
is,
you want to see?
she had about 5,000 likes on it. So there's
There
people.
is people that is,
Yeah,
yes, there's
Yeah,
people that
you
agree with that.
there's actuality that I have conversations with people all the time, and the woman find out she's pregnant, the kid's not yours, and they're gonna tell you, "Well, what about the kid?" What do you mean? What about? She need to find out that's her kid.
yeah,
You need to find out what about her kid.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'm supposed to take responsibility for someone else's kid, especially
yeah,
when she did me wrong. I'm supposed to be
yeah.
like, oh,
No,
it's understandable. I'm
if
just gonna raise
no,
this kid for you.
that
Hell,
that's not
out of here.
understandable. I mean, if you want to do it, that's at your pleasure. You could
Yeah,
do that.
you
But
do
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
makes you
but
happy.
yeah,
do
yeah.
whatever makes you happy, but you're not
To
obligated.
hold, somebody responsible to say, hey, you should no. If that man want to walk out of that kid's life right there and then, it's no problem. He
There's no,
should.
you can't do
Yeah,
nothing
you
Shouldn't be
about
any
can't
that.
bash
problem.
him for it. Can't
No.
bash him for it. I mean, it's crazy the way we think nowadays. But I think a lot of people take stuff too personal than looking at stuff logical.
Yeah.
They because it relates to them, or they're thinking about themselves. They're not really thinking about what makes sense.
Yeah,
You
they
can't
thinking
always
about
put
themselves.
yourself in
That's a fact.
Definitely
situation.
thinking
Put
about
yourself.
themselves.
Yes, I remember telling the chick to watch this podcast, and because what we were talking about, a particular topic was going through. she centered herself around it and feel like she was being talked about. That's the thing. When you going through stuff in life, these are everyday life topic that people
Yeah,
talk about
think
all the
talk
time.
about
everybody
it.
This
is
doesn't, yeah,
attacking you
this
when you're going
doesn't
through stuff.
centers around any one particular person,
Person.
you know,
Yeah,
and it doesn't center around any one group of person. It's just life stories that happens, and we talk
And you
about it. We give
might
our
if and
opinions on
you probably went
it.
through it,
Yeah, and
and you
because
can might shine a light a
you
little bit
don't
on, but
agree
you
with our sentiments on what
mhm,
we think the outcome should be, doesn't mean that we're against you. It just means that's
exactly.
the thinking. If
Yeah.
that's
if you're out here doing certain things and you feel like no one should say anything to you, that, and this is what I feel like we have reached in life right now. I feel like there's no accountability for anything from a certain sector of our population now. It's I do this and you come and take over for me.
mhm.
We're gonna have to have some. We're gonna have to have some relationship talk on the
Yeah,
podcast.
again, yes, because
We're stepping away from relationship.
especially
Yeah,
nowadays, it's like you can't say nothing about. I'm speaking of a black woman because I'm a black woman. You
yeah,
can't say nothing about a black woman nowadays because you're attacking her, you're against her, but if she's wrong, she's
wrong.
wrong.
You can be
Yeah.
wrong.
You can
Just like black
Gotta be
men are
held
just like that.
wrong
yeah.
all the time.
Exactly.
You know,
It's like I've seen it. I've seen people, y'all know I be on tickety talk. I seen like they have content creators and influencers. This one black girl did something, and everybody was like, "Oh no, but she's a black woman." No, she was wrong.
No,
She was
and that and
wrong.
that's the thing. We're not holding people accountable.
No, not no.
We're enablers because no matter what they
Yes.
do, you're always gonna have somebody come and say, "Yeah, girls, you're right." You know, there's always gonna be that support factor.
Nobody is
You
saying
know,
no more. You're wrong. You're
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
because you
you
against
have to be. Yeah, you have
One
it.
thing, one thing my friends can always say: tell you when you're wrong. Do I
Well,
not tell you when you're wrong, Razor?
exactly, and that's how it's supposed to be. And it's just like, we always talk about black fathers and we always say, hey, we don't support no man that don't take care of their
Care
kid.
their kids. Because I don't know too.
We don't
I
yeah,
don't know anybody in the immediate circle around me that don't take care of their kids. Like I was having this conversation with a young lady, and she was talking about the whole 50-50 thing when she was like, "Oh, is the father going to do on child care and all?" I'm like, "What you mean? What kind of man you dating? What do you mean
yeah,
50-50 on
yeah,
child care? Your man's supposed to be helping you
be
take
there.
care of his kid. I mean, you think
Exactly.
you're going to be taking care of the kid yourself?
No,
And if that's what you signed up for, then that's you.
that's the
But I
type of
know,
that's
and
the type
yeah,
of man we choose.
in my home, I'm be instrumental in my kids' life. I'm gonna give them showers. I'm gonna be the discipliner. I'm gonna be the love. I'm gonna give them everything. Everything is given to that child equally. I do
Spending time with
understand that
them.
women have
Yeah,
this presence around kids that they can be
Mhm.
more gentle, and I understand that. So yeah, you might have to step in and be the gentle part at times, but
The little tougher,
yeah,
because naturally us are like, oh no, don't do that, don't, baby. No, no, no." but you still need that male figure to, because you can't teach certain things to your son.
exactly.
You can't teach certain
And
things
I
to your
can't
son.
teach
That's
certain
a
things to
man
my daughter.
hands.
That's for
exactly.
her
Yeah.
mom to do. So but yeah.
So we all have roles.
Yep, there's a role for that. That's why kids need their parents, whether they're both in the homes
Or
or not
out the
both in the
home.
homes. They need both parents to give them that structure that they
Absolutely.
need
Yeah.
to
Absolutely.
educate them to how they can go out in life and do. You know what I hate the most is when you as a father trying to give your child structured discipline, and then the mom is coming behind your back to play friendship with the kid, to play the friend role, the nice, oh, don't worry about it.
Worry
No,
about
this is not how you help the kid. You're
it.
you're enabling this kid
Enabling.
to be
Mhm.
successful in life when somebody's trying to show them how to be successful, and you're telling them the opposite of that.
Yeah,
So
I used to be like that. I used to be like that. No, dude, you don't have to scream. You have to be so tough. But not no more. But
I mean,
sometimes
it's
that
sometimes
tough.
it's
You need
sometimes
tough love.
it's yeah it's a
You don't
learning
have to.
thing,
You don't have
and
to abuse a child.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can,
and
but
one
you can be tough on them. You
Mhm.
can definitely be tough, and
you
everybody know
Yeah,
the
I
type
mean,
of child they have.
being a disciplinarian doesn't even mean beating your kid or doing
Exactly.
anything. It just means that you're good on discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna your kid do something, you're gonna correct them. Your kid do
Yeah.
something, you're gonna you know you're gonna point them in the right direction. You're gonna be stern about it, making sure that they that you give your child the best success, the best ability to be successful in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, as a parent, that's your number one job, is to make sure that when your child leaves your home, that he or she can maintain a successful life.
in the best position.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's your job, you know. and
You
and
left
it
the
comes
nest, so
and
I hope I
unfortunately
gave
it
you all
comes
the tools that you need.
yeah, unfortunately it comes with a lot of prerequisites. So you got to give them a lot of stuff before they leave out that home.
And even when they leave, they still be like, "Mom."
Hey,
Kids always be your kids. They
no,
never, you know,
no.
they're never not gonna not be your kids. They always gonna
They
need you.
always, you always,
My mom still
because
thinks I'm a baby, and I'm in my
Yeah,
forties.
like I was telling Sean the other day. If my father come to me and say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you something," what I'm gonna say? No, like,
yeah.
Heck
Take it.
no,
Send it home.
like get. He say he gonna
Let
give
me
it. All
let me hold it.
right.
no, heck no. I'm not gonna say no. My dad come
Pops
on
is
time. They be
good.
like, he be like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a little, or do you?" Thank you, Dad. Thank
Thank you
you,
kindly.
thank you, Callie.
Thank you
Hey,
kindly.
you always gonna be a father.
Always,
It's never gonna stop.
always.
Give generously and thank you kindly.
Yes, moms and dad are always. Even my mother-in-law, we can be. We have a whole meal. She'll come with the whole meal. Like I cook for. We could. Thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you. That'll
that's
be
how
for
it goes, man.
tomorrow.